Welcome to Crossville Profiles, a venture about the people, pride, and progress of the Cumberland Plateau.
Welcome to Crossville Profiles. I'm Beth Davis with the Cumberland County Mayor's Office, and today on our show we have Jessica Stevens, and she's the Development Director of the Cumberland County Habitat for Humanity, and we're going to talk about another upcoming event that they have going on, the Chili Open Golf Tournament. So thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So let's get started by talking about what is the Chili Open, and how long has Habitat been doing this golf tournament?
The Chili Open Golf Tournament is actually the first golf tournament held in Cumberland County and has been for many, many years now.
Mm-hmm.
We have actually been sponsoring it, putting it on for 14 years. This
Oh, wow.
is the 14th annual.
Okay. So 14th annual, where will it be held this year?
We have it at Heatherhurst Golf Course out
Okay.
in Fairfield Glade.
All right. And exactly when is it?
It's coming up on Saturday, January the 28th, 2023, and it starts at noon.
And how do you sign up to be, do you do it by team or individual, or how do we do that?
Well, as far as getting signed up for the tournament, you can do it online or you can do it in person
Okay.
at the office. But we sign two-person teams. They're teams of two people.
Okay.
And if the teams, if there's another team that team wants to play with, we can group them into groups of 4.
Okay.
But as you're registering, if you just let me know that there's another team you want to play with, I can make sure that you're put together.
So, you have a team, but you want to play with another team.
Exactly.
Well, what if I'm just an individual? You'll just pair me with somebody? Well, I mean, you can still sign up if I'm just by myself, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like there's, couples that like to do it, but then there's also just individuals.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you will allow two team persons to play with each other if you want to.
Absolutely.
Just let you know ahead of time.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have to sign up. Do you have to pre-register for this, or can we do that the day of?
You can do it all the way up until the day of the tournament.
Okay, so we can just show up that day too, so January 28th.
Yes.
Okay, so I know it had been going on for several years, but who actually, I know it's Habitat for Humanity, but who actually benefits from the money raised?
Well, from the money raised at the Chili Open, it is actually a Habitat for Humanity event. The organization, the mission benefits from the tournament.
Okay, so it builds houses.
It does.
Yeah.
Right here in Cumberland County.
Right. That's always the best thing about our Habitat is that the money stays here, the houses get built here. It's a great organization to also volunteer for too. So,
That's right.
but I have lots of other detailed questions about the tournament, but we got to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Crossville Profiles.
Welcome to the Crossville Cumberland County Tourism Channel. If you would like to see your business, organization, or event on this channel, please call 931-484-4546.
Welcome back to Crossville Profiles. On our show today, we've been speaking with Jessica Stevens from the Habitat for Humanity, and we have been talking about their upcoming golf tournament, the Chili Open. And so I understand that's the Chili Open, but why is it called the Chili Open? I'm trying to figure out which is it, chili that you eat or chili because it's going to be so cold?
Sure. Well, there are a couple different reasons. It's one reason it's called the Chili Open is because it's held in the dead of winter in January, and of course, being below the Mason-Dixon line, we'll either have below 0 or we may have sunny and 70 degrees. But
Exactly.
it's usually chilly. And then also, following tournament play, we also have homemade chili that several volunteers will make, and they'll bring and they'll set up, and we serve all of the folks that participate a good lunch. So.
After the tournament. So it is in January. So and you talked about it being cold, or maybe not, what should what should participants expect out of a golf tournament in January?
Well, and again, being, I think in Tennessee in January, you could be dealing with a lot of different things, but, traditionally over the course of the last few years, it's been very, very cold. So, we always suggest, for folks to bundle up as much as they can and just, layer. I know that Jim Draker, the gentleman that helps us run the tournament, he enjoys talking about this. And one thing he always says is layer, always layer.
Right,
So
you can always take off,
exactly.
but he always wants everybody to wear a toboggan because you've got to keep your head warm.
That's right.
So
yes.
I remember him telling us about that. But so yeah, you never know what you're going to get on a January day. So if there's 3 feet of snow on the ground, is there an inclement weather day that you'll postpone it to, or are we playing snow or sleet?
Well, we actually, there are certain regulations at the golf course that,
Yeah.
if it gets below a certain point, they can't allow folks on the course.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that would do to the course.
Yes, exactly. So the folks out at Heatherhurst, Jeff Houston and his team, they have allowed us to set an inclement weather date of February the 4th, which is the
okay.
next Saturday.
Oh, the very following Saturday. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. And maybe I'm like a fair weather golf player, like, sunny and 70 is about all I like to play golf in. And but I want to like maybe help out in other ways to support Habitat or even the Chili Open. Are there other things I can do that day?
Absolutely. There are sponsorships for the Chili Open. We're offering whole sponsorships at $250 a hole.
Oh, okay.
And then we also have a corporate level sponsorship, which is $500. But then also, if you don't want to play, but you want to come and enjoy some really, really, really good chili, we offer the full chili lunch that we are giving our players
Okay.
for $15.
Oh, okay, good. Good. And give me the time on that again. What time? That morning?
Yes, at noon.
Okay.
Noon is when we're
Oh,
starting.
good. So it'll be at least it'll be a little bit warmer, maybe.
Yes. It usually is. Last year it was very, very, very cold, but it warmed up just enough. So yeah, it helps.
And this also has a deadline. I mean, we had talked about it before in the other segment, but you can. If I decide that morning I want to play, I can come up.
Absolutely. Come to Heatherhurst Golf
Okay.
Course. At least an hour ahead of time, and we'll get you registered. We'll get you put up on the board. Absolutely.
Okay. So Heatherhurst and Fairfield Glade. Let's go over the date and times again, and maybe your website again, just so if they want to just jump on there and register, that'll be the easiest thing.
The Chili Open Golf Tournament, the 14th annual, is coming up on Saturday, January the 28th, 2023. Start at noon on that day. If you'd like to register, go to cchabitatforhumanity.com, or you can get in touch with us. We'll get you registered with a paper registration. You can come that day. If you're not sure you're in the area or end up staying, if you want to come and play with us, we'll get you registered.
Well, good. Well, thank you so much for being on our show, and you've got some really good events coming up, and I'm excited to hear about this, how well everything goes this year. It's always, everybody always seems to have a good time. So I'd also like to thank the staff and students of Gateway Productions